Hey folks, this is Robin Hart with the Home Loans with Hart team of CMG, and this is our weekly video where we share with you some insights regarding housing and what's going on with mortgages, mortgage rates, and some other details that will impact the housing market. So with that, let's kick it off for some spookiness of Halloween. We'll start off with the rates. Mortgage rates, you're looking at an average. Now, this is information from a site called Mortgage Nuggets. Now, they interview and take a survey from over 200 lenders across the nation, and they freely publish and post the 7-day average. Now, the 30-year fixed is coming in at about 6.23, whereas VA and FHA are coming in just below 6%. That's kind of nice because it's on a downward trajectory. Now, again, these are not rate quotes. It's just kind of average rates for 7 days from over 200 lenders across the United States. Now, if you haven't noticed or have been diving in your minds and noses into a Harry Potter book for this Halloween, the government is shut down and remains shut down for the foreseeable future. Many government employees are still expected to arrive at work. However, they won't be or see another paycheck till after the shutdown is over. Doesn't seem to be an end in sight for them. And Russell Voigt, he's the White House budget director. He went on the Charlie Kirk show this week, and he actually announced an intention to shut down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which actually contradicts previous statements by the Trump administration. Voigt made the statement while appearing on the Charlie Kirk show this past Wednesday, which was just 2 days ago, where he said that only a few employees currently remain at the CFPB's Washington headquarters. He also added, "We want to put it out and we will be successful probably within the next 2 or 3 months." We'll keep tuned into that. Now, keep in mind, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is there specifically to protect consumers, and they find banks whenever banks don't act right. Now, more mortgage drama. Well, the above shows Letitia James of the New York Attorney General's office. Now, she's most well known for her legal indictments and convictions of Donald J. Trump on fraud charges with the state of New York. Since Donald Trump's return to office, though, he's been very public about his wishes to go after his opponents or quote unquote enemies. In came Bill Pulte and Palantir, the AI-based company. Bill Pulte is the head of FHFA, which covers most conventional government-backed loans. Now, it's actually not Ginnie Mae, but it's conventional loans. Excuse me. Now, he's put the Palantir software to work to review the files of any Democratic opponents to find potential fraud. Then he made some referrals over to DOJ. Hers was not the only one. The DOJ assigned was Lindsay Halligan, who moved towards a grand jury. Now, what is an indictment? Let's discuss that. It basically means the DOJ has enough to move forward with a formal accusation. Doesn't actually mean a crime was committed or even that someone is guilty. Now, here are some facts. Federal grand juries typically indict 99% of the time. Most wind up with some type of small plea bargain, and a small percentage result in dismissed cases to trial. But quite honestly, only about 2% wind up going fully fledged to trial. All right. Now, this may be slightly old news, but since we're now solidly in October and we're not really getting a whole lot of data, this kind of is important. In August, we saw a surge in contract cancellations. What's happening? Well, roughly 1 in 7 contracts basically fell out. Concerns over stability of the job market, the housing market, and rates have all given home buyers some cold feet. All right, now let's get into some more fun news. This is actually cool. My grandsons would absolutely love the news of the week. There was an emergency butterfly wing transplant, and it was a success. It was watched on social media. Janine Bendixson is the director of wildlife rehabilitation at the Sweetbriar Nature Center in Smithtown, New York. And she had to think fast when a woman brought in an injured monarch. Janine grabbed the wing of a previously deceased monarch, and they used the contact cement along with cornstarch for the attachment surgery. The cornstarch also was used with a small piece of wire to keep the butterfly steady and down while the surgery was happening. Now, apparently, butterflies don't really have any nerve endings or blood vessels in their wings, so the procedure appeared to be successful. You can actually watch the entire procedure on the center's social media website. And here's our meme of the week. May your Halloween costume be just as shocking as the discrepancy between your home's true value and its zestimate. I just thought that was kind of cute. So if you are curious about the best time to buy, well, it depends on you. So give me a call and let's chat and see if you're ready to take advantage of some of the great available deals on the market. And if you like this video, you can follow me on any of these social media outlets. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and the artist formerly known as Twitter, as well as Blue Sky, if you want to follow us. All right. Other than that, I hope you have a great week. Happy Halloween, enjoying all the fun stuff, and hope you have a great week. We'll be back again soon.